Coming up on the Daily O, after a decades-long search, a fugitive has been found.
And the recovery of human trafficking victims in Oklahoma City. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of the Daily O. I'm Kendall May Stark.
And I'm Tyler Tripodi. We're glad you're with us. A fugitive on the run for more than 4 decades has been found in Oklahoma. The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office says 64-year-old David Vaquera has been wanted since 1983. Investigators say Vaquera was on the run after violating probation in a deadly DUI crash in Los Angeles. Officials say he had been living under several different aliases for years. Vaquera was taken into custody on an unrelated protective order and now faces being returned to California.
3 people are now safe from human trafficking after recovery operations this week. The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics Human Trafficking Unit conducted multiple operations in the Oklahoma City metro. During those operations, OBN agents located and rescued 3 adult victims. Those victims immediately received advocacy from a state-certified victim service provider. If you suspect human trafficking activity, you can report it on the OBN's website.
A jury has awarded millions in a deadly crash involving a former Moore police officer. The case stems from a 2019 crash that killed 18-year-old Emily Gaines, a Moore High School senior. Investigators say former Sergeant Kyle Lloyd was off duty and driving nearly 100 miles per hour in his personal vehicle when he ran into Gaines at an intersection. Lloyd later pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and is currently serving a 9-year prison sentence. The jury found the city liable for negligence and awarded $36 million to Gaines's parents, with an additional $90 million going to her estate.
Oklahoma City police are investigating internally after an alleged April Fool's prank went too far. Dispatch audio shows officers reported a pursuit Wednesday night claiming a driver threw a baby from a car and ran over a person. Those messages sent through a police computer system were dispatchers saying they couldn't hear the officers over the radio. The situation drew in Oklahoma Highway Patrol and even firefighters before officers later reported it was all a prank. Those officers involved are now put on administrative leave as the investigation continues.
Taking a look at our Easter weekend, there's a loaded slate of events. Aaron Stinson is here with some ideas for how to spend the next few days. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Yeah, Tyler. Well, starting with tonight, Travis Linville is at Stone Cloud Patio and Tap Room at 7. Then tomorrow night, it's the girls from Oklahoma live at Block 34 to kick off the Block 34 live concert series, co-headlined by Oklahoma City native Carter Sampson and the Cimarron songbird Monica Taylor. And finally, on Sunday, it's Easter. And what's a better way of going out and enjoying the day than participating in the community Easter egg hunt at Block 34? Well, that's all I got for this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Aaron. A rare plant found in Oklahoma could have its endangered status removed. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services has proposed removing Geocarpon minimum, also known as Tiny Tim. They state the threat to the plant has been eliminated or reduced to the point it no longer meets the definition of endangered. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is accepting comments on the proposal until April 27th.
Severe weather is currently making its way into Stillwater, so why don't we check in with Will Manziel for our evening forecast. Will, how bad is it looking out there?
Yeah, guys, severe weather is right. Right now we are in a level 2 thunderstorm warning with the potential to see a tornado warning as well, but nothing too severe on that front just yet. But we have the potential to be seeing hail up to 1.5 inches big. We might be seeing some flash flooding and also some wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. But for now, that's not happening, but those conditions will be starting soon, and they are soon to be letting up around tomorrow morning or tomorrow middle of the day or so. But right now it is 78 degrees outside and it feels like 73 on the real feel as well, and we're seeing winds up to 12 miles per hour coming in from the southeast. But right now, as you can see, it's a cloudy day, not super rainy just yet, but that's going to start in the next couple of hours. And guys, you know, with those rainstorms, it might be kind of hard to get home tonight after the show.
Yeah, I'm staying here. Well, when we return, one retail company is under fire.
And some friendly creatures are crawling around campus. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas. Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
The saga against Vesta Realty continues as the CEO is now being sued by his business partner. That business partner claiming CEO Mark Kulik used company money as a personal piggy bank. The lawsuit alleges more than $37 million was spent on personal expenses, including credit cards, car loans, and gambling. At the same time, tenants at some properties say they're dealing with serious maintenance issues, including raw sewage and neglect. Vesta Realty manages apartment complexes in Stillwater, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City, with complaints continuing to mount from all three locations.
One OSU student is taking in some unique pets.
The Daily O's Miranda Martinez gives us a look at what they have crawling around.
This little lady on my shoulder, if she got out into America, we would have an invasive species on our hands.
Who's that girl you see playing with bugs? That's Caitlin Wang. She's an entomology major at Oklahoma State University. You may have also seen her on social media where she showcases the bugs she interacts with.
Hello and welcome to Critters with Kai, where I give you a quick recap of some of the critters I've seen this week.
Caitlin's interest in insects grew when a friend gave her tuna moth eggs.
I think the story goes that he was like running errands or something, and he came back and two of them were already mating in the tent. He was like, well, I don't want to raise them. Do you want them? I was like, yes.
Her roommate Elise explains what it's like to live with Caitlin.
Well, one time we were at Brahms, and I still bring this up to her, and we were all just like eating our burgers or whatever, and I see her and her eyes just start shifting, and she goes, "Pow!" She catches a fly, and she just pops it in her mouth. Completely straight face, and then didn't say anything.
Caitlin's friend Lily said Caitlin is one of a kind.
Who else do you know that just has moth pupa in their fridge? I don't know anybody else personally.
Yes, you heard that right. Caitlin had to artificially make the moths go into hibernation. Since October, there have been 29 moth pupa living in her mini fridge.
Which is such a weird thing to say. How people would be like, oh, how are the caterpillars doing? I'd be like, they're in my fridge. They're like, huh?
Her friend Ashley is an entomology major as well.
From the very first moment I met her, like, it was really apparent. Like, she was so happy to talk about anything insect related. She was incredibly passionate about making sure that we knew exactly how much she liked insects.
Caitlin has not finished her journey with the moths yet.
I'm planning to do a release party, like inviting all of my entomology friends and all the people that help me. Because I had several friends who, because I don't have a car, I had several friends who I had called in a state of panic and be like, I need you to drive me to the Botanic Gardens now. Like, I need fresh leaves now.
I was making my way to the bus stop, but I forgot that the bus stop's running at 6:45. Thankfully, a friend was able to drive me, and we made it to the gardens just as it was getting dark.
Caitlin will miss her babies after setting them free.
My hope is that they will get out there and find mates in the wild and reproduce and make more, so that hopefully in the coming year when I go out there to the Botanic Gardens, I'll see Luna moths.
If you want to see more of Caitlin's journey helping moths reach adulthood, you can follow her on Instagram at CrittersWithKai. For the Daily O, I'm Miranda Martinez.
Now, we're going to be expecting severe storms tonight and into tomorrow, but what about this weekend? We're going to go ahead and check in with Will now in the Weather Center. Will, what's this weekend's forecast looking like?
Yeah, Tyler, like I was saying, as we look at the radar, we're going to see that storm system start moving through Stillwater and eventually start moving out of there as we get later into the day and tomorrow. But we're going to be right in the brunt of it for just a few hours later tonight and tomorrow morning. Now, as we move into Saturday, we're going to see that storm system continue to move across this bottom corner of the state and start moving out into some other locations. But we're going to be continuing to see some of the cloud coverage and some of that rain lingering as we get into at the middle of tomorrow. Now, moving into Sunday, we're going to see that rain is completely gone. Just a little bit of scattered cloud coverage throughout the state, but it's going to be very clear, and the temperature is going to rise a good amount. And speaking of some things I think you should be looking out for this week, we're going to be seeing highs in the 70s all throughout the next week starting on Sunday. So it's going to be some nicer weather than we've been seeing, some of the flip-flopping we've done before. Now, the wind speeds are going to be increasing, though, starting on about Tuesday or Wednesday, about to where they were today, as we had some pretty big wind gusts this morning. That's going to continue as we move throughout next week. And lastly, that rain will be returning as we move into next Thursday into that weekend. So guys, we may get like 4 or 5 days off of the rain, but it is going to be back with a vengeance.
We'll be on the lookout, Will. When we return, a rescue mission is underway in Iran. We have the details.
And good news for the job market. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it would sit on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
One F-15E crew member has been rescued after reports of a jet shot down over Iran this morning. The two-seater F-15 fighter jet went down over southwestern Iran. Iranian state media claiming the jet was shot down by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, publishing photos and urging locals to help find the pilots, even offering a reward. Experts identified the aircraft markings as belonging to the 48th Fighter Wing, based in the UK. It's the largest U.S. fighter operation in Europe, and it's a key hub for Middle East missions. The incident adds to tensions in the war with Iran, which has already seen strikes on Iranian missile defenses and other aircraft incidents. The search for the second crew member continues.
The U.S. job market showed strength in March, even as economic concerns continue to grow. The economy added 178,000 jobs last month, beating expectations, while the unemployment rate dropped to 4.3%. Most of the job gains came in healthcare, construction, and transportation. But there are signs of slowing, with wage growth cooling and labor force participation declining. Economists also warn rising oil and gas prices could put more pressure on the economy in the months ahead.
Former Trump attorney Todd Blanche is taking over after Pam Bondi was ousted.
Our political correspondent Addison Schweinberg joins us to give us a bit more information on the new temporary attorney general. What do you have for us?
Well, it's currently unclear why Trump has removed Pam from office. The only thing he's promised is that she's going to go work on something very important, but has left that door closed for now. Currently, our assistant attorney general is now acting as interim, but it doesn't appear like he's going to be much different from Pam Bondi was.
Now, I'm curious, Edison. Obviously, you said that there was not clear why Pam Bondi was ousted. But with that in mind, was there any sort of leading theory on the motivations for President Donald Trump behind ousting her?
I personally believe that this is an effort to fix image after Pam Bondi has fumbled a couple things on the Epstein files. She refused to acknowledge victims and has contradicted herself in sworn statements. So currently, I think it's, if anything, a distraction from Pam's mistakes.
Addison, does this have any effect, or will this have any effect on any current lawsuits?
No. Actually, Blanche has been very adamant that there will be no prosecution happening to anything happening in the files. In quotes, he says that he doesn't believe anything found in the files will be able to lead to prosecution, and it's not a crime to party with Epstein or have lunch on his island.
Gotcha. Well, Addison, thank you very much. We appreciate that report. Plans to build a new White House ballroom are moving forward despite major pushback. The National Capital Planning Commission voted 8-1 to approve the proposal. The project has drawn criticism, with some calling it too large and out of place with the historic building. Supporters say the space is needed to host large events and world leaders. But the project now faces a legal challenge after a federal judge temporarily blocked construction and further demolition of the East Wing. The proposed ballroom would cost around $400 million and hold nearly 1,000 guests.
Cowboy baseball is back in Stillwater. Zach Berger is in the Sports Corner with Game 1 highlights right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but if not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
How's it going, sports fans? I'm Zach Berger. Thanks for sticking with us. Over in O'Brate, today started a tough Big 12 series for the Pokes that looks to be telling for the rest of the season. Cowboys taking on Cincinnati on a windy day here in Stillwater, and it was a slugfest. 7 home runs in this contest. The ball was just flying out of O'Brate. Colin Brueggemann, Evan Sanders, and Colin Ritchie all go yard for OSU. And the Bearcats, they stayed relentless with 3 bombs of their own against OSU's ace, Ethan Lund. But Colin Brueggemann, with his second bomb of the day, a grand slam to take the lead and hold on to the win 12-9. The rest of the series is tomorrow at 6 with weather permitting, and the rubber match at 1 p.m. on Sunday. After a successful week at the Merideau Collegiate, Ethan Fang and Preston Stout earned Co-Big 12 Golfers of the Week. Fang and Stout were the only players to break par for the week, finishing 1 under. The Pokes finished 18 shots clear of the field to earn the Cowboys' 3rd team title of the year. This is Fang's 2nd honor of the season, earning Golfer of the Month back in September. Also, it's the 2nd honor for Stout, earning a weekly honor in early March. Well, with the Cowgirl basketball roster up in air all next season, it is nice to see one senior back in action before she graduates. Haley Timmer is heading to the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Contest in Indianapolis. The Celsius Women's Three-Point Contest is being held actually tonight, but will be broadcasted on ESPN on Sunday at 12:30. Timmer averaged 11.5 points per game this season with about 2 3-pointers each game. The winner of the contest moves on to compete at the Skechers Battle of the Champions, and I guess some bragging rights. But Timmer won't be the only one busy this weekend, so as always, let's go to Gabriel Moras to fill us in on the rest of OSU teams competing over the next few days. What do you got, Gabe?
Well, thank you, Zach. Welcome, everybody, to your sports weekend preview. We've got some exciting matchups lined up, so let's get right to it. Starting things on the course, where Cowboy Golf is heading over to Augusta, Georgia for the Haskins Award Invitational. The tournament tees off this Saturday, featuring some of the top teams in the country, and the Cowboys are coming in with confidence after winning this same event last season. With postseason play right around the corner, it's yet another chance for Oklahoma State to prove they belong among the nation's elite. And back in Stillwater, Cowboy Tennis is coming home Sunday for a matchup against the Arizona State Sun Devils. The match is set to begin at 1 p.m. at the Greenwood Tennis Center. The Cowboys are 14-7 on the year and have been just dominant at home, losing only 1 home game all season. But it won't be easy because Arizona State comes in ranked, setting up a tightly contested Big 12 battle. With postseason also approaching, this one could play a key role down the stretch. Well, that's been it for your Sports Weekend Preview. I'm Gabriel Moras. Back to you, Zach.
Appreciate that, Gabe. It'll be a good one. 29th ranked Arizona State, so we'll have to see how that goes. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. A new look at our home planet at the best angle. Kendall and Tyler have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A YouTube horror series is making its way to theaters. Chance Annis has that in your A-List update. Chance?
Yeah, Tyler, what started as a creepypasta post on 4chan is now making its way to the silver screen. The first trailer for the Backrooms film has been released. The Backrooms is an analog horror series started and popularized by Kane Parsons, known on YouTube as Kane Pixels. He made the first video of the series in 2022. That video went viral with over 74 million views, and the entire series amassing over 200, and that caught the eyes of A24. The film, directed by Parsons, follows the discovery of a whole new dimension, a liminal space found when you no-clip out of reality, filled with yellow wallpaper and the hum of fluorescent lights. You can catch this analog horror nightmare when it hits theaters May 29th. That's all I have for the A-List update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Sounds interesting. Thanks for that, Chance. NASA is giving us a new view of home straight from space. The agency has released the first high-quality images of Earth taken from the Orion capsule during the Artemis II mission. The photos show the crew's view of our planet, a small blue dot, as they continued their journey towards the moon. NASA says the images were captured by Commander Reed Wiseman using a personal device on board the spacecraft.
When you think of the most iconic movie scenes, you're also sure to think of the most iconic movie music. And today's National Day is all about movie music. Today marks National Film Score Day, celebrating the iconic music behind some of Hollywood's biggest films. From Star Wars to Jaws to Harry Potter, film scores help build tension and make moments more memorable. Experts say music plays a key role in how audiences experience emotion on screen, from fear to excitement. You can celebrate by listening to your favorite soundtracks or sharing your top movie music moments online with the hashtag National Film Score Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to Will in our Weather Center with our 7-day forecast. Will?
Yeah, guys, big fan of film scores over here, and we're going to be scoring some more consistent weather this week, as today our high was 81, and that rain should be starting any second now, to be honest. And tomorrow we're going to have a high in the 60s, and as that rain clears out, we're going to start seeing some cloud coverage. But as we get into Sunday, our highs are going to start balancing out into the 70s, with just 70 on Sunday as the cloud coverage clears out and the sun shines through, and those highs are going to be staying around the low 70s till we get to around Wednesday, with that cloud coverage coming in with a high of 75. And by Thursday, it's going to rise just a bit up to 77. And then that's about when our rain might start returning next week. But for now, we're just going to be seeing some nicer weather as we move into next week.
Well, I mean, for starters, I'm loving the way the 7-day forecast looks. Looking forward to those temperatures.
Very nice, yeah.
I think my goal for the remainder of the semester is going to be to find a story that you can't do a pun with going to that 7-day. I've been close. I don't think I'm going to be successful.
Yeah.
But speaking of today's National Day, though, obviously it's Film Score Day. I know I'm a big movie guy. Chance, you are too. Will, Kendall?
I love movies.
You just had to make sure. You never know.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. What is your guys' favorite films? You're hurt? I'm sorry, Kendall.
My favorite film score is
go
The
ahead.
Lorax. How bad?
And that's why I had to check and make sure you were a film guy, because I knew that answer was coming and I wanted to protect you guys.
Or
But anyways,
La La
Chance,
Land.
how about you? I know you're a big movie guy. Chance, what do you got
I
for
will
us?
say John Williams is like the greatest composer of like all time. So for me, like it's Binary Sunset. I mean, it's like some of the most beautiful music I've ever heard. When Luke's looking over the horizons of Tatooine and the two suns are setting, it's
really
just
painting the
just-
picture.
Yeah,
I love it.
Will, what do you got for us?
Yeah, John Williams is great. I could go super niche here, but hey, can't go wrong. Lord of the Rings trilogy. You gotta be kidding me.
Good man.
Such good
This man's
stuff.
stealing
over
my
there.
answer out here.
I knew it. I had
Into
a
the
feeling,
West.
yeah.
I mean, great
Oh my
song.
God.
Great song.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Annie
yeah.
Lennox. Anyways, real quick with Film Score Day, it's going to be a huge year for film scores this year, especially at the Oscars. Next year, you have John Williams. You're also going to see Ludwig Göransson and I'm sorry,
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. There we go. I was
Yeah,
forgetting Hans Zimmer. So really looking forward to the Oscar nominations coming out after the scores
Well,
this year.
that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O next week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Tyler Tripodi.
And I'm Kendall May Stark. Have a blessed night, everyone.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning.